Welcome to the first devlog of MediMart. I am Gazroth, and today we're going to look at the main menu. For those of you who have been around the channel for a while, you have probably seen some devlogs for a game called MediMall. This is more or less a continuation of that project. We are going in a slightly different direction than before, but we're still using all the same assets. However, I'm not using the same UI assets. I haven't decided which ones I'm going to use yet. I might use those. These are just the basic ones that are in Unity. We have a continue and new game button. Those buttons have been set to not interactable because I have not actually created the character generator or character creation scene. I have the settings and contact us. Now these are the things that I have completed. Now for settings, I found to be different. I've never created a settings menu before, so like being able to control the sound, the graphics, and to view what controls. For our sounds, we have a master volume slider, a music slider, and a sound effect slider. And to be honest, I was expecting this to be very complicated. It is really only like maybe 6 lines of code. I have a background music playing and a sound effects music playing, but our master volume is all the way down, so if I turn them up, you can hear the sound effects, but there goes my music. It must have been at the end of the loop. Now I can turn the sound effects up. You can hear the fire roaring in the background. I can turn it all the way down. Now you can't. Same with the music. I can turn it up. I can turn it down. Or we can turn all this up and we can adjust it all at once with our master volume. So the music volume slider controls the volume on a music audio source, and then the sound effects volume slider controls a different audio source that is linked to the sound effect. Our master volume is actually controlling our audio listener volume. So it doesn't matter how loud or quiet the other ones are, this controls all of the audio listener. If we go back, we have our graphics. Now this one took a little time. So I've never went through quality in the Unity engine, and I never really looked at it, never went step by step. Now some of these might not be necessary for a 2D game. I'm not 100% sure yet. I was able to adjust them, so we start off as custom, but if I go to very low, some of our options here, like pixel light count is 0, everything is disabled, and our texture quality is half res. Now we can increase it to say high, and some of them do update. If I go to ultra, just about everything is turned on. Our anti-aliasing is only set to ×2, and I have set some options here. We can go up to ×8 if we want, and that's pretty much the only difference from ultra at the moment. There are probably other graphical settings that we can adjust in 2D mode. I need to do more research on that. And then our controls. Now, so this is actually pulled directly out of the action set. So I didn't type any of this. This is all coming directly from a string that I pull and then I turn it into an array, and I just get everything. It's actually quite nice. I didn't have to do any of this. And then if I wanted to switch over to controller, we have our own controller. I had to use an Xbox controller to map or listen for the buttons, and I can just push the buttons in, and it was actually quite easy to set up. And then it's really easy to just go back and forth to see. And then we have our contact us, which is basically just URL. So if you click on contact, it'll come up to our contact us page on our website. If you go to Discord, it'll bring up our Discord server, and if you bring privacy policy, it brings up our privacy policy on our website. And that is pretty much it. Other than it does say Damned Cat Studio on the bottom, and it does give us our version number. Currently, this is just hard-coded in. I can get the application number, but since it's just version 001, I haven't gotten around to it yet. That's one thing on the to-do list alongside programming the new game and continue buttons. But that is pretty much it. There is one other thing I can show you. Let's stop this and go into a different scene quick. So project, scenes, and I'll just bring in the market scene just to give you guys a quick look at what it kind of is. So if I have some of the stuff programmed, but it's not quite ready. So let me zoom in here. And this is basically what the market looks like. You're going to have 8 stalls, and then they could be anything like a weapon stall or an armor stall or a food stall, and you'll have to go out into the world, get resources, fix the stalls, and then customers will come in, they'll buy stuff from you, and then you can get that revenue, get that money, go out into the world, get more resources, unlock new stalls, get access to new items, and then upgrade your stalls to get more revenue, and so on and so forth. There are plans for different biomes, different types of resources that you can get. For instance, I have a couple logs above my character here, and that's just an example of one of the resources. This is the exact same asset set that we used in MediMall. However, they have been updated a little bit since then, so they might look a little different. I know the character creation is going to be revamped because they added, it's not just humans, they added orcs, they added goblins, and I want to say they added like trolls or something. I have to look at it. If I remember correctly, I think skeletons are in there, but I could be wrong. But this is just an example of what the market is going to look like. I want to be able to, as you upgrade it, you can upgrade the market as a whole. So instead of having a wooden fence, you might have like a brick wall or some sort. And then, you eventually get to the point where it's like max level and you have all this cool stuff. That is all I have for the MediMart devlog. If there's any comments, questions, concerns about MediMart or MediMall, which is no longer in development, we're focusing on this. We're going to move everything over to this. Please let me know in the comment section. If you think any of the scripts I made for the main menu would be a good tutorial, please let me know. I will create one. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.